Hi everyone, welcome to my lightning talk on accessing databases using NestJS with Prisma. My name is Marc Stammerjohan and I'm a freelance software developer from Germany. You can find me on GitHub, Twitter and notiz.dev. Let's get started. I'm excited to show you how to use NestJS with Prisma. First, I'd like to show you how to make Prisma client available for dependency injection in NestJS. Secondly, I'd like to show you how to use Prisma client type-safe CRUD operations to build REST and GraphQL APIs. For this, I prepared a small demo using a Nest application, Prisma client, and SQLite database. To follow along, you can install the Nest CLI and create a new application. Add Prisma to Nest as well. For the demo, I'm going to use the following Prisma schema containing a conference database model. Let's get started with the live demo. You can also find the source code on GitHub. I have prepared a Nest application with Prisma client and SQLite database. I also added some example conference data to the database, which we can query later in REST and GraphQL. The Nest application is exposing currently a GraphQL endpoint with the code first approach and also a REST endpoint. To be able to use the Prisma client in our endpoints, we're going to implement a Prisma service. Let's extend the Prisma service with our Prisma client. If we like, we can configure the Prisma client in the constructor. Also, Prisma allows us to establish a connection to the data source programmatically. We can use the onModule init and onModule destroy lifecycle hook from Nest to do this for us. Here we can see we can connect and disconnect from our data source. Awesome. Now we have the Prisma service available. We can use this now in our controller and resolvers to build REST and GraphQL endpoints. First, we are going to add some new REST endpoints. We are going to add the Prisma service to the constructor. Now we can implement conferences and conference by ID as a REST endpoint. Here we can see the conference model cannot be found yet. What we can do is we can import it from Prisma client. Here we go. Now we can use the Prisma service CRUD operations find many to find all conferences in the database, and also use find one to select or filter the database for a specific ID for the conference. If we save, we can go ahead and open up the conference endpoint in the browser. And as you can see here, now we have all databases queried in the browser. Awesome. Now we can also go ahead and add the ID, for example, 2 to just query one conference. Nice. What we can do now is we can do the same in GraphQL. Let's open up our resolver file. We have to inject the Prisma service here as well. Now we can add the same queries as we did in REST. Let's go ahead and do this. What we can do now, again, we are using the Prisma service to use the CRUD operations. Just to show you, we are also able to use other CRUD operations such as count, create, delete, and update from the Prisma client. Nice. Let's change back to find many. Let's rebuild the Nest application, and we can open our example queries here in GraphQL. Let's reload the playground so that we have the latest schema available for conferences and our queries. Great, we can add our queries here and perform our conferences query. As you can see here, we can query all of the conferences from the database. And also we are able to just query one database, one conference. Awesome. This was my live demo from my talk. Thanks for joining in and stay healthy.